Have you ever been perplexed by what exactly was offensive about your statement? It can happen to anyone. While we recognize that understanding women can be challenging for men, this does not mean that men cannot be brilliant at other things while failing to understand how to speak to women. Additionally, you should be aware of what to avoid saying to women in order to preserve your prospects. After watching this movie, you'll understand the art of conversation, so you may meet the woman of your dreams. Welcome to Z Taxi. On this channel, we love sharing relationship information, tips, and tricks to help you take your game to the next level. Subscribe if you're new here and give this video a big thumbs up for that good old YouTube algorithm. Now, without any further ado, let's begin. That time of the month, number 9. Never ask a girl about her period. We know that women change throughout the month due to the hormonal cycle, which has an impact on each woman differently. However, when you ask this question, it insults them, especially if they are acting in an out-of-character manner. Although it might be the cause of her behavior, asking her that question will be disastrous for you. It is viewed as a very childish thing to ask a woman. The 8th sign is a fatigued or ill appearance. Don't criticize her appearance specifically. Women are very conscious of their physical appearance because of the pressure society has placed on them. If someone approached you and said, "You look terrible today. Do you have the flu?" what would you say? Don't be critical of her appearance. Don't say that she looks tired. You should never say that she looks sick. No one likes to hear that they don't look their best, and since everyone has mirrors, it's likely that they are fully aware of how they appear. However, you must know that it can be very repulsive to women to hear that they don't look their best. She might not even make a big deal out of her politeness. 7th item she is wearing. Don't comment on what she is wearing. If you must, always be complimentary. Tell her that she looks amazing in that dress. Avoid asking her negative or suggestive questions. For example, if you are going out with your friends and a guy asks, "Are you sure you're going to wear that? How will that make you feel?" You may have received unwanted criticism of your dress from men, however, it may not have affected you in the same way that it does women. Don't presume to tell people what to wear as a male. Asking these questions of women suggests that you are a judge and they should dress according to your choice and opinion. Any such statement could be the reason they leave you because it could make them uninterested in you. 6th person, criticizing her eating habits. Give women no dietary recommendations. Don't offer unsolicited advice unless you are a medical professional. You are not her parent, and she is free to make her own decisions. If you want a high-value woman, be comfortable. A high-value woman knows how to take care of herself. If you are fat, don't expect the girl to be smart and slim. Don't have unrealistic expectations for women. If you want an attractive girl for yourself, when you advise a woman what to eat, it suggests that she should adhere to society's standards, which is unfair to women who are frequently subjected to unrealistic demands. Telling her it's not a huge issue, which is number 5. It is not your job to determine whether or not something is a significant issue when someone says it is for them. Only an insecure and envious man will make a strong effort to strongly alter someone else's feelings, just as you are not permitted to decide someone else's feelings or determine someone else's perceptions. A high-value man changes his perceptions, controls his feelings, and is comfortable with himself. Tell her it's not a big problem, but don't say that. Recognize that what she says is true, even if it is not true, and don't discount another person's emotions when you say it to a woman because it implies something misogynistic that turns them off for you. Women don't want you to be insensitive toward them because they are emotional beings, and discounting those emotions can make them angry. 4th, her previous partnerships. We recognize your interest, but your pursuits may take you down a lonely path. If you want a girl to like you and fall in love with you immediately, avoid asking about her past relationships. These questions can never have a positive outcome and will only serve to highlight your insecurity as a man. A man who lacks confidence will never attract women. Women desire an assured man. Asking how many men she has dated can reveal how shallow you are. Even if you find out how many men she has dated, your opinion of her will change and you will become less confident. If you find out how many men she has dated, even if you don't feel that way, it will still make you feel that way. Number 3. Excessive boasting. Most guys think that women are gold diggers. That is not true. Some women are gold diggers, but not the majority of them. It is a widespread belief that the majority of guys hold. They act on this exact assumption. As a result, they start bragging about their finances. They start bragging about how much wealth they have. They start bragging about how many cars they have, what type of luxurious items are present in their house, what type of area is their house, and how big of a house do they have. These are all things that can be seen as highly toxic. These are things that show you are a shallow man. These are things that will tell you that this is a man who is very insecure about himself. Talking to a girl like this will only show her one thing: you have no personality whatsoever and are just using your wealth as bait. Some girls might fall for it, that is because they are gold diggers, and once they have drained you of your bank account, they will leave you high and dry. They will never stick around to support you. Number 2. Discussing your past. Talking about your previous relationships reveals a lot about you. Most men try to discredit the women they have dated, calling them vulgar names and trash-talking them whenever they get the chance. This is seen as very negative because the woman you are dating now will likely feel the same way. She will feel that if I break up with this man, he will start discrediting my reputation. Be the guy who speaks highly of other people. We're not asking you to be a sucker to them, but speaking highly of other people gives the idea that you're a good person. First, refrain from becoming egotistical. Avoid having a conceited attitude. It will appear terrible if you start talking about yourself in front of a woman. Instead of boasting about how many girls want you, don't consider yourself to be a high-ranking individual. Women detest narcissistic males because they are arrogant, and woman will leave you when she realizes that you only care about yourself. She may not leave right away, but it will happen sooner than you realize. Maniac, refrain from talking about how many women want your body, and don't tell her that you can have any girl you want, because it sounds ridiculous and is a huge turnoff for women, especially when a man says that almost every girl wants to be with him. You can only fully comprehend some of these concepts in one sitting, so just stick to your pattern and learn them all over time. Once you start putting these ideas into practice and living by them, you'll see how different people treat you. If you follow the rules we have taught you, and don't get discouraged if they don't work right away, because things can take a long time, you will find a girl who will stick with you sooner or later. If you've made it this far, please leave a comment below with the word 100 to show that you have understood the information in this video.